Happy morning, Panthers, and welcome to the final episode of PTV for the 2024 school year. I'm Evan Sussman.
And I'm Jillian Abba Gonzalez. For those of you who do not know, we do a senior episode every year, and this will be the last time you will see our beautiful faces on PTV.
There is something that makes this episode very special, and it's not because it's our last one. This year we did a PTV Fantasy Football League, and it just so happens that Jill here was this year's big loser. So, as her fantasy punishment, I wrote her script, so everything that she'll be reading will be for the first time today.
So Sigmas, before we do a little recap of our stories here at PTV, unless you want to lose Skibidi Aura. 8 semesters ago, I took Broadcasting 1 online. This means that I really didn't even take the class. Then, the following semester, I rolled into a Broadcasting 2 classroom full of seniors. Zooey mama! I did not know the ropes of PTV. However, I found my love of doing audio. In sophomore year, people went Google incognito mode, and were distanced and introverted, so womp womp. Last year, however, is when the course of PTV would change forever. Not only did the coolest, funniest, and tallest person, Evan Sussman, join me, but I met my Pookie Wookie. We founded PTV Sports last year, and ever since it truly has become a family. Senior year has been wonderful, with tons of cool stories being told, and unfortunately, it was the first year that I had to do teleprompter. So for the people who don't know what that means, I make the words go. Although Carson is no longer here, the love in PTV still stands strong, just like my love for Celsius. For those of you who don't know, the joke here is that I love Celsius so much I drank such vast amounts of Celsius, leading my liver and kidneys to fail. Zooey mama! Now I will be attending Northern Arizona University with Pookie Wookie, and there I will study how to professionally gritty. Z? Unfortunately, I won't be down in Ohio, but I can hardly wait for my next educational steps.
Thank you, Jill, for those beautiful words that brought me to tears. Anyhow, I want to talk about myself now. So for those of you who do not know, my brother about 5 years ago created Sussman Sports here on PTV. He basically did what I do now, but much worse. My goal has always been to make people's days just a bit better, so I wanted to join PTV and entertain you all. However, I did this to my detriment, and I was inspired to start PTV Tries, where most of you have seen me get severely injured or hurt, but you laughed, so I guess it was worth it. I started tame by doing dance. Then things got a little absurd when I thought it would be a good idea to take on Jill's beloved Carson in wrestling. Thanks, Carson. Then this year, I got pelted in places that hurt with soccer balls. I, of course, worked with Brady Smigel and the football team for a day, and unfortunately, TJ Ford was out to get me. Now, trust me, I did not enjoy these in the moment, but what I enjoyed was that I got to make all of you smile and laugh a little. Being in PTV has taught me a ton of lessons, but the most important I have learned is to enjoy high school. Take these 4 years to laugh and smile when you can, because you only get them once.
Thanks, Evan. Now let's head on over to Baby Gronk. Sorry, I meant Abby at the Panther window with some announcements.
Thanks, Jill. Now let's get into our announcements. Seniors, if you pre-ordered a yearbook, you should have picked it up yesterday. But juniors, sophomores, and freshmen, you can pick up your pre-ordered yearbook today during lunch or after school from 1:45 to 2:30 p.m. If you haven't ordered a yearbook, yearbooks go on sale for cash only on June 3rd in the student store at $150. Here are a few senior events you should keep your eye on. Senior Recognition Night is June 4th at 6 p.m. At 5:30 p.m., counselors will begin checking in seniors who are part of the program, so please arrive early. Grad Night starts June 7th at 6:30 p.m. Senior Sunset is on June 11th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. in the quad, and senior finals are from June 10th to June 11th. Lastly, a reminder that boat races are 2 to 4 p.m. at the pool on June 6th. That's all from me. Now let's get back to the desk.
Hey Panthers, welcome back, and we appreciate you all having the ability to sit through several minutes of hearing Jill and Evan speak.
And don't worry, this time we wrote our own scripts, so we will save you the secondhand embarrassment.
When I started my long, eventful journey at MPHS, I remember sitting at my desk in a bedroom instead of a desk inside an actual classroom. One class that I did choose to take was a class called Broadcasting 1. This is what led me to joining PTV my sophomore year. In this class along the way, I have presented you with several interesting stories featuring subjects such as philosophy, woodworking, the Reagan Library, Sagerman, and many more. I was also honored to be abandoned in a car last year by 2 of my fellow PTV homies and got 13,700 views out of it. I'm still waiting for my cut, and now I've begun to speak to a lawyer. But honestly, these past 4 years have been memorable to say the least, and I am very grateful that I was able to present to you all during my time in PTV.
Thank you, Mike. My PTV journey started at the beginning of my junior year, when I decided to transfer to Newbury Park High School. When I arrived here last year, I knew one person, shout out Parker Bull, but Panther TV quickly changed that. The biggest reason I enrolled at NPHS was this program, this amalgamation of collaboration among students that have a passion for video production. The mastermind behind PTV, our teacher, Mr. Grimes, has created a cohort that is more than just a cast and a crew, but rather a family. As the one and only Zoe Matura would say, the people in this class are bomb.com. You guys make the 37-minute commute worth it. And sure, I have learned plenty of technical elements I will carry with me as I embark on a career in film production. But none of that comes close to the connections and friendships I have found in this studio. So thank you, all of you. Every day, I am so grateful that I made that decision last year to become a student at NPHS.
And now, here's Michael to tell you about Addy Saravana and his mission to teach you how to safely respond to emergencies.
I ain't joking. I got you, bro. I killed him. What you just saw was a tragic incident of someone lacking the proper emergency response skills, resulting in Michael's horrible death. However, Michael's death could have easily been prevented had Allie learned how to correctly save someone from choking. Isn't that right, Allie? Luckily, the CERT Club here on campus is here to teach you how to properly respond to emergencies like these. Let's go check them out. All right, good. Signed, sealed, delivered.
CERT Club is a club that I teach emergency preparedness, how to navigate certain situations that are like scary or dangerous for people. It's used as like an information hub, I guess, to help people understand what to do in certain situations. So I'm president. I usually organize like charities, charity drives. I plan everything out pretty much. Our current goal is to start getting into the medical triage aspect of CERT Club. So when it comes to like treating wounds and stuff like that, medical stuff is kind of like the biggest part when it comes to CERT-based training.
Addy also makes the point that we're prone to earthquakes and wildfires here in California, so being prepared for these emergencies is especially important.
So understanding how to navigate a fire extinguisher, how to navigate like a broken down house, how to help someone that's like cut their arm. It's all really important because a lot of times emergency services, they don't come on time. And you might, if you have the skills, you might have to take up the responsibility. I just love the idea of being able to apply first aid to somebody. I just want to teach other people how to do it.
If you'd like to get involved, make sure to check out E9 during lunch on Thursdays. Reporting for PTV, I'm Michael Bongiorno alongside Florida journalist Justin Bongiorno.
As the longest standing PTV member, thank you Panthers for a wonderful 4 years. It has been a pleasure, and I have loved being on PTV every minute. So now I'm going to use my final seconds to share my thoughts on the political climate in foreign countries.
Whoa, dude, Jill, I did not write that. So for my final words of advice, I'd like to relay a message that I learned from my AP Euro class 2 years ago. Just be kind to everybody, because you never know what someone may be going through. Panthers, if you have the ability to make someone's day, just do it.
One piece of advice I have to tell all of you is to show accountability and responsibility wherever you need to. Everyone makes mistakes, but by showing accountability, it is what has helped me begin the next chapter in my life hundreds of miles away from home.
And if I had to leave you guys with one piece of advice, it would be live in the moment. It can be hard not to ponder all the what ifs or think about regrets, but knowing that graduation is right around the corner has made me cherish every senior moment even more. And it's made me realize how important it is to embrace every second of the day.
Well, kittens, it looks like our year has come to an end.
Thank you for tuning into PTV.
And while we won't see you next time,
We'll see you around.
Have a great summer, Panthers.
That's a wrap.